Hi, my name's Jennifer Baing, and on this episode of Café Niugini, I'll be showcasing my own food culture from the Markham Valley of the Morobe Province. We'll be cooking up ripe banana with coconut cream, ranga, a special dish cooked with corn, and we'll also be trying some banana flowers and taro leaves cooked up with traditional salt. Come with me as I show you what the Markham Valley has to offer. Hi, today we're at Ngaru, our family farm, and we're about to cook up a special meal with corn called ranga.
Everybody works together in a group to remove the corn husks. The corn cobs are grated into a pulp, ready to be cooked with the coconut milk.
What we're doing here now is using this traditional strainer to strain out the coconut milk from the scraped coconut. You can see that there's a really nice coconut milk here that's going to be used now to cook the corn in. Now we're just pouring the coconut milk into the clay pot. In Markham, we still prefer to cook with the traditional clay pots. It's called a gur. As you can see, the coconut milk has been strained, so there's no chunks or anything in it. It's nice milk that's been created from the scraped coconut. Now the coconut milk's been put into the clay pot. We're going to now move it onto the fire. It's going to go in there, it's going to boil, and then we're going to put the corn into it. Okay, so we've brought the grated corn over, and now that the coconut milk is boiling, we're adding the grated corn into the dish. So what Uncle Michael is doing now is he's stirring the coconut milk with the corn with a sama. And that's the traditional tool that's used to stir this sort of dish, to mix it. It's a big mixing spoon. Okay, so what we've done here, we've removed all the bits of wood that were here in the fire, that were burning up, that were flaming. So it's like turning down a gas oven, turning down the temperature on the gur here, so that the cooking slows down. So now that the fire's going slowly, what's going to happen is all the oil is going to come up through all those bubbles, all those holes that you can see that there's bubbles bubbling away. All the oil is going to come up through there, and then it's going to cover up the top of the corn, and then we're going to know that it's ready. Ramang, ranga ni nu'sib. Okay, so now the ranga is cooked, and we're going to take it out. My cousin Waka is just removing the excess oil here into one of these spare jars we've got in the house. This oil can actually be used as a moisturizer for either your hair or your skin. So we're just going to continue removing this oil until it's almost gone off the top, and then we'll take it over to eat.
Okay, I've got plenty there. Just have a taste of that.
Thanks, Dad. It's got a very rich, creamy and sweet, smoky flavour. It's delicious. Thank you, Uncle Mike. Thank you, Tira.
Morobe Jennifer Baing.
In Markham, we hold feasts for lots of different occasions. Today, we're holding a feast to honour our elders. I'm here with my Auntie Maras, and today we're cooking a dish called tapping. Tapping is the name given to the young taro leaf here, which we're going to be cooking in this dish. In the dish, we'll be adding this flavouring, which is made from the ash of a coconut husk. This is called iri sim. What we're going to do now is add 2 handfuls of the iri sim into this coconut shell. It's got a coconut husk and a banana leaf in it, and this is going to act as a strainer.
Water is poured through this coconut funnel to filter the natural salts of the coconut ash. The salty water is placed inside the cooking pot. Taro stalks and leaves are then stripped and placed on top of the water in the cooking pot. Once the taro ingredients are steamed in the salty water, meat is added and left to simmer on the fire with the rest of the bananas cooking in the pots. While the food is cooking, fresh cow meat is distributed to the families of various elders in the community. My Uncle Michael explains in detail why our elders are being honored today.
Dawa nga berumpay ema Sara. Mereka agarin nga mga barus. And ida rakipikya. Ema aikan buru bagi nani. Dawa ema gibayagi buruban. Dawa hiru arang awa. Orsen presiden namisi arwa namarwan ibaya Jennifer. Mama iya irinang irim. Kasura irim barang awa rai. Irim barang rai biya pati uta. Tapi sinta nama waga arwa biribuani marangat sangani daranga payu temarudan sangawa nama ba rugi ngapati tem na ngay ni dana marwani udaba sini farungan marani fura manganigan story gan la story gini fate yuwa ramangani yap teni beno arwani da maci sangandawa ramang iya rungane ma ramang iti pramangi ida ramang ibarim cira suwa irim ciani da irim bim urusan. Jika big para mamasturang udakan presentation kan naruan lagi purube. Naruan. Takarim dang kecira bengan. Cida indru takarim dang kecira bengan. Pas fina mama naruni bara ya gayap. Irim makasih barwani. Takam mara ifuria ranga. Dinaru sang a ifasib. Tarwani daga purube.
The topping's now ready. We're going to have it with some jirab, some orange banana. So delicious. I'm going to try some. It's got a slightly salty flavor, and it's so nice and tender. It just melts in your mouth. Thank you, Tira, Rina.
My Uncle Michael and Auntie Maras have gardens near the Yati River. This is where we will harvest bananas for the gananzub dish.
Yeah, tantap ini.
Bapak bini din ako.
Ubah tadi ya.
Hai. Buong piniwangan ni. Thank you. I'm in the garden now with my cousin Wakai, and we've just cut down all these marafri. So we're going to have a look now inside to see what's going on.
Marafi ania agi siru marafi ani jupsi bawa ayu daun tu for fun lagi nawa nanganang tu finiga bagi nari igam.
This marafri is ready now for us to do the dish called gananzub. We're going to take it back to the house now, still in its cover, so that the ripe bananas don't fall on the ground on the way back home. Ari aginayo. Come back from the garden with unripe and ripe marafri, and what we're doing here is we're peeling them and we're placing them into this gur here, the clay pot, with some water. Then it's going to go on the fire. The marafri is now ready. It's been boiling. Wakai's just going to stir it. Once he's finished stirring it, we're going to put some coconut milk into that. Okay, now the gananzub is ready. We've added all the coconut milk into it, and as you can see, most of the ripe banana now has been reduced down and disintegrated inside the soup. So it's going to be a sweet soup. There's bits of ripe banana, and there's also the larger whole green bananas here that they're going to be mixed together and eaten in the dish. My Uncle Mike and my cousin Gibob are cooking up some tapioca with some ripe marafri. So what they've done here is boiled up on the fire, and it's now being stirred and mixed up. And now Uncle Mike is going to add some fresh coconut milk into it. The gananzub's ready and we're about to eat it. I've got my spoon here made from banana leaf and my fork made from coconut frond. Ari, akinaga. Sweet, smooth and tangy. I can really taste the banana in this. Thank you, Wakai. Dankitira. This is the tapioca and the gananzub. I'm just gonna have a taste of this. It's light and fluffy, but at the same time it's quite heavy and very filling. Great comfort food.
We travel on the Markham Highway to visit my uncle Angas Sarawa and his family at Waran village. I am eager to see my relatives and explore what enticing food dishes they have to share. The whole family come to welcome us.
Ama, tata bini. Hey, tata bini. Okay, baby. Tata bini. Tata bini Rama. Tata bini. Tata bini Rama.
Uncle Angas wants to show us his garden, so we take a walk through the village and up the mountainside to see what can be learned from the Markham people about gardening.
I'm here on the beautiful hillsides of Waran village, and this is where the people of Waran make their gardens. They're called umpas. And today I'm going with my uncle Angas to his umpa so that we can harvest some yams for our meal this afternoon. Ari Ramang, aginafan. I'm here in the umpa, in the yam garden, and we've unearthed some yams here. So we're just going to talk a little bit about these yams. Uncle Angas, this la monem kain yam?
This la yam yam mol makam tokem ragariam. This la ragariam got skin grass lo kita hap. Na lo sem skin lo em yetem purple. Na lo inside by white.
Na em sakarim planti olsem o em sagadna pa we lo karim.
Time em by go one pla. Na em go one pla em by big pla. Em by na kind size so em by big pla ken.
According to Uncle Angas, this yam here is called a dari in the local language, in the Markham talk place. You can tell that it's a dari because it has a smooth skin in comparison to the other one, the ragariang. It's got a white flesh on the inside and it has these long stalks that go down, these long trunks that go down and branch out into very big hands. Now, the size of these hands can be of a circumference of 2 meters. And so they're very, very heavy to carry back to the village. So when they're harvested, it'll take 2 or 3 men to carry back this yam to the village. Uncle, time you planim yam na you put it go inside the ground pinis. You got way to look out him yam so embakama good plan embakaram good plakai kai.
Yeah, blow look out him yam lo kama alright or kama big pla lo garen emo se by need lo you must clean him good, make him also need grass no up suit him yam. Garen yam must have clean or day up lo se by go ready long harvest.
The dari is a special type of yam that is cooked up for when we have special guests that come into the village, or if there's a family member that comes over, you'll cook a special meal of dari for them to eat. So that communicates to our visitors as well, that we respect them. According to Uncle Angas, what's practiced here in Waran is shifting cultivation. So this garden that we're standing in here will not be used again to plant yams. It'll be shifted to another spot. So an indicator grass is used to show whether a particular piece of land is ready to be cultivated, and that's called the pipias. So if there's only kunai grass found in the area, the land will not be cultivated. But if pipias is found growing amongst it, then that means this particular piece of soil is ready to be used. So Uncle Angas will come here and he'll cut the grass and then he'll burn it, and some of his sons and also other relatives will come along and they'll use very large sticks called cigars, which are used like large spades to break the soil and plow it and turn it over.
Moving on from the garden and walking back to the village, we stop at a banana grove.
We're just about to harvest some banana flowers for our dish this afternoon called mabibanga. Okay, Uncle, get some flowers. This is called the mabib, and it's from a particular plant called in Markham the marafri, and that's the flour that's used for cooking. You'll peel it back and remove these yellow type flowers until you get to the flowers that have got a white flesh, or whiter flesh. So these younger fresher ones here, they're the ones that'll be cooked up in the dish. The banana flour that we eat in Markham is from the kalapua tree. This can be used as a seasoning. You can fry it up and you can cook it with ginger and add a bit of fish to it as well. It's very tasty cooked up like that. It's also used to be cooked up with taro as well to add like a bit of texture to the food. And it can also be used as a substitute for meat as well, which is what we're doing this afternoon when we're cooking it up as a mabib banga with the traditional salt.
My cousin, sisters and I crossed stony river flats in search of a local fishing stream.
Here we are at the foothills of Morobe Mountain, and the girls here are catching some fish for the Waran dish this afternoon. I know they look small, but they're full of flavour and very crunchy. Hi, I'm in Waran at my Uncle Angus's place, and today we're cooking up two dishes. We've got mabib banga over here and gumaran ubai over this side. Mabib banga is actually made with the flowers of a banana tree called marafri. We've also got the gumaran ubai, which is made with grated cassava and with the fish that we caught from the river earlier on today. You can have ubai either wrapped up in charcoal leaves, or you can also wrap the gumaran, the tapioca here, up in large ibica leaves as well. So we're going to be cooking them both with traditional salt, and that gives it a really nice salty flavour. Becky, I'm really looking forward to eating this.
Wow, me too. I can't wait to try it. Yum.
All the ubai parcels are wrapped and placed in the clay pot to be cooked over the fire. In preparation for the ganang yari, the yam tubers are completely peeled, diced and tossed into the clay pot.
Uncle Angus is now mashing the yam. It's a bit like mashed potato except for with yam, and I'm going to add the coconut milk. Uncle Angus is now going to put the clay pot with the ganang yari onto the fire for 10 to 15 minutes to finish the dish off.
The yam is slowly cooked over the hot coals until the coconut cream is boiling and thick. The dish is ready now.
We've got the ganang yari here, the ubai, and the mabib banga. As you can see with these two dishes, the traditional salt made from the coconut ash has really brought out the colours of these vegetables. Let's have a taste and see what it's like. The mabib banga. Deliciously crunchy. It's a very good substitute for meat. The ubai. Salty with a very slightly sweet taste to it from the coconut milk. The ganang yari. Smooth, creamy, and you can really taste the tang from the yam. Thanks, family. Nam garanani wa biniyang uramang. Thank you. Again.
Leaving the savanna grasslands of Markham Valley, we venture up into the mountains of Leron Wantwat. The journey can be volatile and at times extremely dangerous for the inexperienced driver. Chris will navigate the trustworthy Land Cruiser through the hazardous road ahead. Along the way, we drive on many narrow cliffs, ride a few bumpy slopes and splash through stony streams. We finally reach the fast-flowing rapids of Leron River. First, we must cross a 30-metre-long wire bridge, which hangs precariously above the raging Leron River. Next, we make the 1-hour uphill trek to reach the peaceful Sukurum village. This picturesque little village lies nestled on a plateau halfway up the mountain range.
Now, we've been privileged enough to have a beautiful cultural display by the women of Sukurum. So what I have here in my hand is called the si-buan. Now, the si-buan is a special seed. Once it's dropped from the tree, they pick up the ripe fruits and put them into the mud for about 3 months where it's fermented. And it serves as 3 purposes. One, it's used as an instrument. So it's put together and it's used, a whole lot of them are bunched together in a group and are shaken as an instrument. Number 2 is a culinary purpose. Now, the si-buan seed is pounded up and it's used as an oil and also as a flavoring inside the bamboo.
I sit down to observe these wonderful women showcase their bamboo cooking tradition. First, the women peel different varieties of taro, and with a traditional bamboo pick, they remove the skin of yellow marita palm. The broken marita kernels are then placed inside hollow bamboo pipes. Sun-dried bush herbs and crushed nuts are packed into the bamboo. Water is added. The women peel more taro and cut them into pieces, which are also packed into the bamboo pipe. The si-buan seeds' hard shell is cracked open. The soft nut inside is removed and placed inside the bamboo for mixing. Once the bamboo is full, it is placed on the fire to cook. While waiting for our meal to cook, these amazing women want to show me the art of bilum making. Using natural string, they give us a short demonstration of this ancient Papua New Guinean tradition. The cooked bamboo pipes have turned slightly black in color, and the women check whether they're ready. Once cooked, the solid ingredients are poured onto a banana leaf. Water is added, and using a wooden stick, the women pound the marita kernels into a paste. This yellow marita cream is a flavoursome sauce which adds the final touches to the dish. The women use this unique bamboo cooking technique to create a 100% natural, tasty and healthy meal.
Now, this beautifully and elaborately prepared dish is ready and I'm going to have a taste of it. Look at how beautifully that purple yam contrasts with the beautiful yellow marita. It's really deliciously creamy and I can really taste the nuttiness of that si-buan. Delicious. I've had a great time showing you the culinary arts of the Markham Valley, tasting the smoky and salty flavours of the tapping, cooking up the jangkum ranga and the deliciously sweet and creamy gananzu. If you have a food story you'd like to share with us, or you'd like to check out our program, go to our Café Niugini website. Until next time, goodbye and God bless.